Hi, my name is Hilary, and I'm going to be discussing the book The Mists of Avalon and explaining why this classic should be part of the CKSS Reads competition. The Mists of Avalon is written by Marion Zimmer Bradley, and it is the book about the legendary tale of King Arthur retold from the perspectives of the women in his life, including Lydia Igraine, Vivian, the Lady of Avalon, Guinevere, and Morgane. The book takes place over several decades, and each character tells their own story. The beginning of the story is first told by Igraine, who is the mother to Morgane and later Arthur, and she is sister to Vivian and Morgause. Igraine was married off at a young age to Lord Gorlois of Cornwall, who she had her first daughter Morgane with, and she later marries Uther Pendragon after Gorlois' death and has her son Arthur. Morgane, who is the main protagonist, starts to resent her mother and Uther because she has to take care of her half-brother Arthur. When she is 11, she leaves with her Aunt Vivian to Avalon to be schooled as a priestess so that she can later become Vivian's successor as Lady of Avalon. Vivian, Lady of Avalon, is very manipulative. She manipulates her sister Igraine into marrying Uther so that they can have Arthur, who later becomes king, who swears to defend Avalon and protect its ways and rituals. She also manipulates her niece Morgane into sleeping with her half-brother Arthur, and this results in a child. Then the last of these characters, Guinevere. She grew up in a convent when she was younger and later becomes Arthur's wife. However, she is in love with Lancelot, which causes many problems. In the later years, Guinevere convinces Arthur to put aside the old ways of Avalon and support the new Christian ways. This upsets the priestesses of Avalon, and they try to dethrone Arthur and take back the sword Excalibur they gave him that possesses magical properties. Throughout the book, it juxtaposes Guinevere and Morgane, which creates a dichotomy of sexual freedom and religion. Morgane is a priestess that is free-spirited and tries to work against the growing Christian religion. She is devoted to the mother goddess, which gives her the power to be sexually free and speak freely without fear of punishment. However, this alienates her from the Christian society, as the Christians believe her to be a temptress and working for Satan. Whereas Guinevere is a queen living in a patriarchal society and devoted to the Christian religion. The major differences in between them and Guinevere's jealousy of Morgane's freedom is what creates her resentment towards Morgane. Marion Zimmer Bradley, the author, also reflects how women were treated in the medieval history, for example, women being forced into marriage against their will and not having much choice in their life, which is seen multiple times in this text. In the prologue, Morgane says, "In my time I have been called many things, sister, lover, priestess, wise woman, queen. Now in truth I have come to be wise woman, and a time may come when these things may need to be known. But in sober truth I think it is the Christians who will tell the last tale. Forever the world of fairy drifts further from the world in which the Christ holds sway. I have no quarrel with the Christ, only with its priests, who call the great goddess a demon and deny that she ever held power in this world. At best they say that her power was of Satan." Through Morgane's character, you can see in that time that Christianity itself was not oppressive to women, but the priests who delivered those messages were repressive. I found this book really interesting and it well reflected the medieval society, so I would recommend this book to you.